afternoon and welcome to Mac and Cheese Fest 2024. We live on the central coast of California and there are so many festivals around here. You could probably go to a festival every single weekend of the year if you really wanted to. But this is by far one of our favorites. I mean, what's not to love? Macaroni and cheese, great wine tasting, other spirits. It's so much fun.
It is the 11th annual Mac and Cheese Fest, and we are here at Avila Beach Golf Resort in Avila Beach, California. We have been to every single Mac and Cheese Fest, and again, this is the 11th one, so we're going to show you all of our hints and tips on how to have a great day at Mac and Cheese Fest.
What else do you do at a mac and cheese festival? Enjoy lots of mac and cheese, because I mean, hey, this is the body that mac and cheese made, and we're going to celebrate it today.
In addition to the delicious mac and cheese that we get to eat all day long, there's wine tasting, there's beer, there's spirits, and there's going to be some live music. This year they've got a band called the Cheeseballs, which is so super
Very
cute.
We are ready to go get our mac and cheese on. We cannot wait. Come along for the ride.
So one of the best parts of Mac and Cheese Fest is the fact that it takes place in Avila Beach. And Avila Beach is this beautiful little spot. It's probably my favorite spot here on the Central Coast. We are right by the ocean. The weather is gorgeous today. We're at the Avila Beach Golf Resort, which is just the perfect venue for this festival to be set up. The band is doing sound check and they're going to be opening the doors in about 20 minutes, and that's when we get our Mac on.
11th annual Mac and Cheese Fest, put on by my group of radio stations here in beautiful Avila Beach. Can't find a better setting for an event anywhere on the planet. And we're here. We got all the vendors in. We've been here since 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock this morning. Got all the food places in. We've got wineries, beer, spirits. We've got a fire truck that pours beer. We've got an old, whatever kind of truck that is that pours beer. I mean, we got
trucks that pour beer.
We got trucks that pour beer. We got wineries.
So how are you connected to this? Because we haven't told anybody about that yet.
Well, these are my radio stations that put this on. I'm a DJ and a program director of the country station here on the Central Coast. And it's my radio group that puts this together. And we created it from scratch, and we've been doing it for 11 straight years.
Cheers.
Cheers. Mac and Cheese Fest, baby.
Mac and cheese is getting ready to get started. We were here just a little bit early, so we've got our plate. It's got a little hole in it for your wine glass, which is so handy. They give you a fork. I love how this year they only gave us a fork, because in years past they gave you a spoon and a knife and you just carried them around and never used them. So now we're going to go to every one of the booths and get a little sample and give it a try.
All right, so we're gonna stop at our first booth here. This is the Paso Robles Inn, and we're gonna see what mac they have. Randy has a really good tip about how to handle Mac and Cheese Fest.
You always want to make sure you bring a friend with you who can share it, because there's so much mac and cheese you won't get through everything in one go.
Carol and I always split. It is our secret to getting through mac and cheese without feeling so full at the end.
So Paso Robles Inn is serving truffle mac and cheese. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's got truffles in it and it looks delicious. So let's give it a bite. Really good. I judge my mac and cheese on how creamy it is, and this one is really creamy, and you can really taste that earthy truffle in it. It is delicious.
It's very good. It's very creamy. There's 4 different types of mushrooms in here, they said, and 4 different cheeses, she said. So you can definitely feel and taste the cheeses and the mushrooms. It's really awesome.
We're going to get a drink from Lost Isles Tours. We actually featured them as one of our things on 4 More Things to Do in Morro Bay, California. Check out the video in the link below. This Creaky Tiki Long Island iced tea is so delicious. It's fruity and amazing. Cool and refreshing on a hot day in Avila Beach. Oh yeah.
Hi guys. I was wondering when you were going to come around with your cool Mac necklaces. I was like, they are ready for today.
We are so ready. So
Happy Mac and Cheese! Yay! This mac and cheese with manchego and sharp white cheddar with a chili flake breadcrumb.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yes. There you go. Help yourself.
All right, let's give that a try. Oh look, it's cavatappi. The same macaroni as in my necklace, cavatappi. I think it's the best for macaroni and cheese because all those little swirls hold on to the cheese and the stuff.
Now it's like almost 2 days in a row.
Ooh.
You can taste the red chili in it. It's actually really good. It's not very hot. It's just a nice little added flavor.
Really good. I love the crumble on top of this one.
The little crunchy breadcrumbs are absolutely delicious.
I don't know if you can see that, but the little crunchy breadcrumbs on top of it really add something. I really like that one. Rooster Creek Tavern. All right. We've got some brisket mac and cheese here now. It's even got a little dab of barbecue sauce on top of it. I can't wait to give it a try. This is Culture 805. I don't know if you can see this, but it looks like it's got like really big chunks of onion in there. Pickled onion, actually, that barbecue sauce, and then that crispy topping. Okay, this is my favorite so far. The sweet barbecue sauce with the cheese and the pickled onions. You gotta get yourself some of this, Laura.
Okay, so Carol and I do usually share, but she just told me that this is so good, I need my own. So I went and got my own. There it is. I love when they have a crumble on top. It adds some texture to it. And the crunch, what do you think, Carol?
It was fantastic.
So this one's from Streetside Ale House out of Paso Robles. I love their fish and chips, so I'm excited to see what their mac and cheese is like. It does look like it's going to be a spicy mac and cheese. There's some pepperoncini and some peppers in here. It's very creamy. It has a little kick.
Has a little kick to it, but it is very creamy, and the bacon is nice in there too.
Okay, so intermixed between the mac and cheese booths are alcohol booths, and I'm about to go to West Peak Sparkling Spirits and get myself something else to drink. How about you, Carol? Want a little more to drink?
Of course I do.
So what do we have here today?
So we have cocktails in a can here. We got 2 different flavors we're sampling today, both vodka based. Our drinks are club soda based as well. So this is a passion fruit and lime with vodka and club soda, 6%.
Ooh.
And then we have a blood orange over there. It's a blood orange, Aperol, bitters, and vodka with club soda base as well.
Passion fruit's gonna be right up my alley.
Yep, that's
Could I get a
good.
passion fruit?
Yeah, of course.
Kind of got me too. So.
Really good.
Cheers!
Yeah, of course.
All of our drinks are super light, really refreshing, good for hot days like this if you're out drinking in the
Absolutely.
sun.
Oh yeah.
I love the bubbles.
Let's go,
Yeah.
sir.
Love the bubbles. Thank you so much.
West Peak Sparkling Spirits.
That's pretty nice.
Carol, what did you think?
I like it. It's very refreshing, and I love bubbles, especially when you're eating a lot of mac and cheese, all those carbs and cheese. You need something to cut it. This will do it.
Definitely having a light drink to go with it is nice, huh?
And that brings us to our other tip. You do need to eat breakfast before you come. This event starts at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so make sure you do have a foundational layer before you come on out and start eating all that mac and cheese and sampling the spirits. But do what we did. We just stuck with like eggs and bacon this morning, so it was just protein and not carbs, because you're going to get enough carbs here at the festival. All right, so this one I'm gonna try, not Laura and Randy, because it looks like it has cilantro in it, and they can't eat cilantro, but it looks like a little quesadilla with some mac and cheese. Oh my gosh. Okay, that looks fantastic. Sticking with the theme of spicy, we got a lot of spicy macs this year. Quesadilla Gorilla does not disappoint. Okay, she's making fun of me because I called it a quesadilla gorilla.
Quesadilla gorilla? Come on.
Quesadilla gorilla, but quesadilla gorilla rhymes. That's why I went with that one.
It does. Maybe they intended that.
All right, let's go get something from Kitchen and Vine, Laura.
Ooh, Kitchen and Vine. Let's try it.
You got 4 hours. It's not a race.
I think I love the rosé.
I highly recommend
I
it.
love your necklaces. You guys came prepared.
2023 rosé of Pinot Noir.
Oh, sign me up for that.
Right?
Perfect
That
beach
sounded
wine.
Just up my alley.
Thank you so much.
So it's I went to Vine Kitchen there,
Kitchen and Vine.
Kitchen and Vine, and it's a mac and gravy. So it's kind of like a cheese gravy in with the mac and cheese with breadcrumbs and chives.
Just said if you like biscuits and gravy, you're gonna like this. Well, I love biscuits and gravy, so let's find out.
Yeah, it's
I love that it's got the crunchy topping. I'm loving the crunchy topping that's on top.
A lot of pepper, just like biscuits and gravy. That pepper really sticks out to you for sure.
This mac and cheese you're in line for is dessert. Strawberries, ricotta cheese. It's supposed to be sweet.
At Burgers and More?
At Burgers and More. That's what we've heard. That's the buzz around the Mac and Cheese Fest.
So our next tip is to make sure to pace yourself. So you've seen me get several drinks, but the ones I didn't like, I just didn't drink. I haven't overindulged because you can very quickly at a festival like this. So pace yourself.
We're going for the Smack and Sweet Strawberry Mac. So what is this?
Strawberries and chocolate sauce. So it's a little different than what you're getting anywhere else. I hope you like it. It is going to be a little sweet compared to what you're. Oh, I love your necklace.
Kind of like a dessert mac and cheese.
Dessert mac and cheese.
Love
Let us
it.
know with your vote if you like it.
All right, I can smell.
All right.
I can smell the chocolate. It smells fantastic, and I have such a sweet tooth. I can't wait to try it. So again, she said it's got chocolate and strawberries in it, and it's sweet, which again is right up my alley. Okay.
Almost tastes like strawberry shortcake.
It does taste like strawberry shortcake, but it also has like the crumble on top, feels like a cake mix, like birthday cake, if you will. So strawberries, chocolate, birthday cake with macaroni. My brain is not computing, but this is delicious.
Almost like chocolate covered strawberry pasta.
It's very unique.
It's very unique, very different. Everything else has been so spicy. To have something sweet, it's kind of nice, refreshing.
Yeah, it breaks up the monotony.
We're in line at Wildfields Brewing right here at Tascadero, a little family-owned brewery. Really good beers. I'm gonna get their food though. They got the mac and cheese out. What are we doing?
There you go. We got
Barty and pickle.
cheese and then with a dehydrated pickle.
Yay!
Yeah.
The pickle is it. The pickle is it. I told you I'm not using a fork, so I'm just gonna shoot it.
Is that Pepper's hint on mac and cheese? Don't use a fork.
I don't use a fork. I just shoot it.
Just shoot it.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah.
Okay, so here's another tip for Mac and Cheese Fest. Get here early. Because if you get here early, we've already been through, 6 or 7 of the different booths.
At least probably half of what's here we've been through.
Yeah, and so we've had a chance to taste all of those mac and cheese. We're full at this point, but we're going to keep going. But now all of the lines are starting to get a little bit longer, but because we got here early, we were able to knock out about a good portion, a good half of them before we have to actually wait in line. So that's a tip for you.
Oh, I like those. Those are cool. Those are awesome.
What do you guys have for us today?
Style tri-tip on mac and cheese.
Santa Maria style tri-tip on mac and cheese.
And I picked one that was good and cheesy. I love it when they have a little something crusty on it. So this one has some breadcrumbs too, I can see. And who doesn't love Santa Maria style tri-tip?
And if you don't know what Santa Maria style tri-tip is, that is a famous way of cooking tri-tip, which is a cut of beef here on the Central Coast of California, and it is, I would say, the food of the Central Coast of California.
Absolutely. You either get it with barbecue sauce or with salsa on the Central Coast. They're going to offer it both ways at most restaurants, and this is some really good tri-tip, I'll tell you right now.
This is Benny's Pizza Palace in Slow, famous for their Detroit-style pizza. So this is their first time at the Mac and Cheese Fest. It's very, very hot. They're keeping it small batches back there, so we'll see what happens. Okay. That is pretty good. I'm trying to figure out what those flavors are. Very herbaceous. There's a lot of
Is it
like
Italian
oregano,
seasoning?
Italian seasoning kind of flavors in there.
So like the same flavors of their pizza?
It does give you the pizza place flavoring, like maybe the crusty bread you would get at like a pizza place, or the crusty crust on a Detroit style pizza, which they cook there. That is kind of, like a pan that comes up on the sides. It's kind of crusty around. It's really good, really good. It's creamy too. This is the creamiest one I've had so far, and that's a key for me.
He called it a meatball mac and cheese, but said the cheeses were proprietary and they couldn't tell us what they were. Here's another tip for the Mac and Cheese Fest. If you see a really long line at a booth, just skip that booth for then and make a note, go back. The line will dissipate. It just means that they aren't ready.
All right, so now we've got the mac and cheese from the Cali Paso booth, and it looks like it's got some brisket or beef in here, and the big noodles, They're also doing a raffle where they're raffling off a one-night stay at their hotel that they've got at the winery. I'm gonna win it, so nobody else put your ticket in. Super creamy. I don't know if you can see how creamy this one is. That gives it high marks in my book because I'm all about the creamy cheese. And as Laura said earlier, they're using Ito pasta, which is made right here on the central coast of California.
I love this pasta shape. It's like the macaroni inside is filled with cheese. It's so good.
It's almost like a little ravioli.
That one's really good.
Waiting in line for Jeffrey's Wine Country Barbecue in Paso Robles. Also my best friend, his restaurant. Try not to be biased, but you can't help it when your best friend's the chef. This guy's won this thing 6 or 7 times out of the 11 years we've been doing it. It's not just my opinion. I just happen to be right about it because he's the best. So we're going to find out what they're doing today and what it tastes like here at the 11th Annual Mac and Cheese Fest.
Well, we already checked it out, and they're doing a beef stroganoff mac and cheese. So that is guaranteed to be creamy, and I cannot wait to give it a try.
Come on up, folks. It's our smoked prime rib and mighty cut mushroom, beef stroganoff, mac and cheese.
Oh my gosh, it smells fantastic. This is Kathleen.
Definitely worth a token if I do say so myself. It's delicious.
That's how it works, is that every person who attends the Mac and Cheese Fest gets a token, and you put your token in the bucket of the favorite booth that you tried today. And again, that's how we figure out the winner. There's People's Choice Awards and Judges' Choice Awards as well. So it's always great to see our friends win. Jeffrey's Wine Country Barbecue, they always win because they always have the best food.
And speaking of the best food, it's time for me to try some of the best mac and cheese around. That's very nice. That definitely has the taste of beef stroganoff. I can taste the mighty cat mushrooms. I can taste the beef. It's very good.
Really good. Mushroom flavors there. It really tastes like beef stroganoff. It's really tasty.
So my favorite thing about beef stroganoff is like the sour cream part of it. That is fantastic. I just got a huge mushroom cap, a crunchy onion, and that delicious sour cream cheese sauce. That's a winner.
We just had Jeffrey's Wine Country Barbecue stroganoff mac and cheese, and this rosé goes fantastic with it. Midnight Cellars.
Midnight Cellars. Say it really loud.
Midnight Cellars.
46 West.
That's right.
46 West.
We have concert series on Sundays. You guys come to the concert series.
Absolutely. We will come out for sure. Break, and we're getting a little bit more wine and gonna go get a few more bites of mac and cheese, but the band is playing. It's called the Cheeseballs, and they are doing fantastic.
This is the Mac and Cheese Fest in full swing. We had to take a little break because you get very full very fast, even when you're sharing. So we took a little break, and now we're going to finish the last few.
And right now we're going to go with the Santa Maria Inn. We're going to go with the Santa Maria Inn and see what they've got for us.
This is a 3-cheese mac and cheese with poblano peppers cooked right in, a piece of pork belly on top, and homemade barbecue sauce drizzled on top.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, so the only problem with not bringing my plate for the second half is how to hold my wine, but I feel like I can do this.
You can do it. I believe in you.
So this is a big piece of pork belly, not sure about that. I'm gonna just start with the mac and cheese. It's pretty good mac and cheese. I guess I'm gonna go for the pork belly. It's really pretty good. I usually shy away from pork belly because it's so fat, but this is not that fat. It was more of the lean part of the pork belly. It was really good.
All right, so up here is Blast 825, and we're gonna see what they've got. This is another brewing company here on the Central Coast.
Obviously, they thought it was good enough that they gave their token. I'm excited to give it a try.
You ready?
So what's in it?
Hello, this is our chorizo mac and cheese. So we got chorizo in it, mix it all up. We also have another restaurant over here. We have chipotle, shrimp, and lobster.
Wonderful.
All right, here you go. Life's too short. Have a blast.
Chorizo mac and cheese. The chorizo mac and cheese does have cilantro in it, so I'm going to be very cautious of what I eat of it. But I've got a bite that doesn't have it. That's some good chorizo. A little spicy, creamy.
All right, and I'm gonna try the lobster and shrimp mac and cheese. This is honestly the first seafood mac and cheese that we've seen today. Normally there's tons of like lobster mac and cheese at this festival, but this is the first one that we've seen. I don't know if you can see it. I've got a big hunk of lobster right there. That's delightful. It's creamy. You can definitely taste the seafood, which is what you want. I'm gonna give you a bite of this one, Laura.
Who you voting for?
Jeffrey's Wine Country Barbecue.
And why?
That was damn good mac and cheese. It was really creamy, a lot of good mushrooms in there, and the beef, oh, couldn't beat it.
Here's what it's all about. Every person who attends the festival gets a little token, and you drop it in the bucket of the booth that you like the best, and that's how they award the People's Choice Awards. We're giving ours to Jeffrey's Wine Country Barbecue with their beef stroganoff mac and cheese.
I mean, if you vote for it, you gotta get seconds, right? So I'm having some more of this beef stroganoff mac and cheese. Best dish at the festival. So 2024 has been a great mac and cheese festival. We're going to close it out right here. They haven't quite said who's going to win, so we will let you know at the end. But what do you think, Carol?
It has been a great year. We have enjoyed tasting all of the delicious macaroni and cheese creations that were here on the Central Coast and enjoying the wine tasting as well.
The wine is always great. I personally voted for Jeffrey's Wine Country Barbecue because their stroganoff mac and cheese was absolutely fantastic. But we have a couple runners-up. Carol?
And that is Cali Paso. Your mac and cheese was fantastic, as well as Culture.
Culture was fantastic because they had a little crunch on top as well as a little barbecue sauce. It really rounded out the palate. It was so nice.
And of course, we want to thank everybody that came out today to make this event what it is. If you are going to be on the Central Coast of California, make sure you do not miss the Mac and Cheese Fest next year.
Bring your macaroni necklace, they're a must, and come have a good time with us on the Central Coast 2025.
First place going out to Jeffrey's Wine Country Barbecue.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. The Mac and Cheese Fest, 11th annual. This is definitely one of the best food and beverage events on the Central Coast, right? How do you beat this weather? How do you beat this whole vibe? Thank you guys again for just being here. This is my awesome crew. We have a restaurant in downtown Paso, and mac and cheese has been a staple of our menu since year one, right? We've been doing this for 10 years. Actually, we missed year one. We've been here since year two. I love making mac and cheese and hanging out with all you great people and having a fantastic crew help put it together. So it means the world to me for you guys voting for us. I'm having a good time.